Hello folks, back with you again for another video this week. I've actually been excited to do this video for quite a while now. I'm going to be doing something today on how I set up my 11 rack using the MeloAudio MIDI Commander. Okay, so this is a really interesting device here that you can use for any kind of MIDI controls, such as using foot switches for the axe effects, bias, your Kemper, even your DAW. Okay, but today I'm just going to go over using it with the 11 rack. So let's jump on in there and see how it works. So first off, what you're going to want to do is go to the MeloAudio website, and we're going to be using the MIDI Commander download for the manual here. Alright, there's going to be links in the description below for this, so make sure to check those out. And once you click that button, you'll be directed to the MeloAudio MIDI Commander manual. Okay, so you can scroll down. You should be able to see this as we go on a little bit further in the process. Alright, I'm actually down on the floor here with the MeloAudio MIDI Commander, and as you can see, I'll be using my hands here to kind of show you what's going on. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn this off first. So there's a button back here on the back, right here. You can turn it off, turn it back on. Go ahead and set this up here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it on using the down button. So hold the down button here and then turn it on, and it gives you the setup mode. Okay, so I can go to any of these. I can go to the jam amp, the bias effects, Kemper, axe effects, and so forth. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to custom 1, because that's what I've got the patch to my 11 rack set on. Alright, so it's been a while since I've done this, so let's see if we can find which button gets me there. Okay, custom 1. Alright, so we're going to come down here, and I need to change, let's see if I can go down at all. There we go. This allows you to go down, this allows you to go up, and then you change it with the other two things here. Not sure you can see that or not, so let me just kind of move my way over here so you can. I don't think this has autofocus, so that'll have to do. Alright, so what we have now is I'm going to keep going down here and trying to find my expression pedal numbers here. Okay, so I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, A, B, C, D. What I'm having problems with is on my 11 rack, as you can see up here, the button for distortion is all the way to the far left. Okay, I've got the tuner set up all the way to the far left, and that's throwing these other 3 buttons, my modulation, delay, and drive. That's all the way to the left. That's throwing those off. So down here, I actually have it set up as tuner, drive or distortion, modulation, and delay. And that's throwing me off because I want my distortion to be lined up just like on the 11 rack. I want it to be on the far left. Okay. Then I'll put this as the tuner since I won't be using it as much. Use it once and it's out of the way. So over here. So what I'm going to try to do is I've got to memorize what the command control numbers are. For key 1, it's 69. I need to move 69 over here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a little piece of paper here and write down the numbers I need and where they need to be. Alright, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 4 to be 69. Okay, tuner. And that's according to the number you see down here. Alright. Okay, so let's keep going. Number 2 is 25. That's my drive. I need that to be number 1. Okay, see how I'm doing this? I need number 2 to be moved over number 1. So 25, drive. And I'll show you in a minute how I get these numbers on the 11 rack. It actually shows you how to access those. Okay, so let's keep going. I need number 3 is like 50 there. So 2 is going to be 50 because I need to move it over. 2 is going to be 50, and that should be modulation, and this should be delay. So what is number 4 currently set at? 28. Okay, so let's go up here and change these. 69 now needs to be let's see, what is this? Number 1 needs to be drive. So we'll change that. Let's see, I can't remember exactly which one that does this. I need it to be, 1 needs to be 25. Okay, I gotta go back. It's so long, I can't remember which one does what. Okay, 70 and 69. Okay, so this is up and down. So I need to go to 25. Okay, 1 is now 25. 2, the CC number should be 50. So I need to go up. Okay. 3 should now be 28. Got to go down. And the way I learned how to figure out where this was back and forth and all this was just experimenting. You're not going to break it. If you're just now setting it up, just get used to where everything is and what works, and you can go from there. And then the last one, number 4, should now be the tuner. It should be 69. So I got to go up with that one. Okay. I don't know if you can see that. Hopefully you can. Should be 69 right there. All right. Now to save this, I don't think it has a save function. I think it's automatically saved. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to turn it off and then turn it back on and see what happens. And it's set up to go into custom control mode, which should be C and D. I think this is custom mode 1, custom mode 2. It's already set up to go into custom mode 1 that I've got it up. And it should say that here. All these buttons flash, and then you got custom 1, okay? So what does 1 do? If I press 1, it should now be the tuner. And it's not. And that's because maybe we didn't save it. Actually that's wrong. It is right, okay? Tuner should be here. This should be drive, okay? So I've got it right now. So now if I press 1, my distortion, notice my distortion is off. It is right there. So if I press 1, here's what we got. It is now on. You can see it on the screen. It says green JRCOD on and bypass. Number 2 should be modulation, and it is. 3 is delay, and it is. 4 is tuner, not reverb, because reverb just kind of, it is what it is. I usually leave it on everything, so I don't really need to control that. I want this to be the tuner, and now it is. All right, so that's really cool. All right, so now everything is set up. I didn't have to save it. It was already saved. Now let's go ahead and find out. I know that wasn't exactly a detailed overview of how to set this up. It's very easy using the user manual. If you go download that, like I told you to. All right, let's go ahead and go to the 11 rack and see how you find the numbers that you need for all of the commands that you can use in this MIDI Commander. Now keep in mind also, you can use this for Axe Effects, you can use it for Kemper. It is very versatile, and the buttons are very stable, and you can get tons of use out of this, okay? So let's go to the next part of the video, and I'll show you how we got those numbers. Alright, let's take a look at how we got these numbers here on the 11 rack itself. It's very easy to find, okay? So if I go to Edit and I hold it in, we're presented with all our user options, okay? So if we go down here, we've got 4 pages. So if I can go to MIDI, let's see what that shows me. And that gives me some options, alright? I don't need to go to there, so I'm going to go back. I need to find the actual MIDI numbers, and I think that's all the way on the last page. Yes, MIDI CC reference. Let's go ahead and select that. The very most important ones are already here, okay? So distortion bypass, remember we said 25 was distortion? That is the number 25. Modulation is 50, delay is 28, okay? And if we go to tuner, enable is 69. That's where I got these references. Very easy. The most frequent used things are on these first 2 pages, and I'm using the scroll wheel here to get to all the other ones that I might need. Okay, it goes deeper than this. You can go even further than that, but it's as simple as that. I can use one of these to enable the wah if I need to for this right here. Instead of tapping 2 buttons, if I want my wah to be enabled, I can use that. Now I've got a separate wah, so I don't really need to use that, but that's just for example one of the things you can do. So you would write these buttons down, write down the names of them so you know what they are, go into your MeloMIDI Commander from MeloAudio, plug those in, power it down, power it back up, and you should be good to go. All right. So let's go to the next part of the video, and I'll show you where you can find this in the actual 11-rack user manual. Okay, so we're here on the actual 11-rack user manual. This is updated, I think it was in 2013. I'll leave a link to this below, but what you're going to look for is to go to the 11-rack user guide, and you're going to scroll down to where you see the Appendix A 11-rack MIDI controls, okay? And if we click on that, notice before we even click there, you have some general or frequently used controls, amplifier controls, effects, utility settings, and miscellaneous MIDI controls. So if we go to this in your manual, it's page 91. Now we have all those general and frequently used controls that we saw earlier on the 11-rack. We have 0 to 63 is off, 64 to 127 is on. That's referring to the bypass and the on mode, okay? Nothing you really have to set up, it's just kind of programmed like that already in the MIDI Commander. So we have all these different parameters, and here's the number you would plug into the MIDI Commander. Alright, so we got some different amplifier controls we can go to. We can bypass the amp, we can turn it on, we can turn it off, we can cab mic bypass, we can do all this stuff. We can go for the tone and all these other things, all the different amplifier models. So each amplifier model has its own settings as well. Okay, so there's a ton of these you could go to. So we'll scroll down a little further here. And we have the effects, compression, all the delays, all that stuff. All right, so definitely take a look at that manual. Once again, I'll leave a link below to this manual, and you can check out all the different MIDI references that you can enter and use with the MeloAudio MIDI Commander in your 11-rack, Axe Effects, Bias, Kemper, bunch of different things like that. I just wanted to share a few other things with you about the MeloAudio MIDI Commander. According to the back of the box here, we have USB MIDI controller, standalone MIDI controller. It has 10 foot switches with easy to use host matching configuration, 2 expression pedal jacks for volume and wah control together. So you have 2 expression pedal jacks, that's great. You have 8 host presets, so you can use the Jam Up for your iPhone and iOS devices, Bias Effects, Axe Effects, Kemper Audio, and maybe 1 or 2 more, plus the 2 custom modes, which it says here 2 custom modes for specified PC or CC commands that's related to MIDI. It supports up to 30 hours of playing by using 2 AA batteries. It also has onboard charging function for rechargeable batteries. So this is great if you have rechargeable batteries. It will charge them as you use the pedal, if I'm not mistaken. That's the way it is. I've got it hooked up right now to one of my power bricks. I think it's by Donner. The other thing I wanted to say about this MIDI Commander is it's amazing how many presets you can store, okay? So if we think of the number of the alphabet, right? We got 26 letters. Well, each bank, if you're taking A through D, for me, each number on the 11-rack, each letter has 4 patches. So A has A1, A2, A3, A4. B has B1, B2, B3, B4, so on and so forth. That goes all the way through Z, okay? So if you take that, let's do an easy calculation here. If we take 26, right, there's 26 letters, times 4, that gives us 104 presets, okay? Now, the cool thing is about the MIDI Commander is that it can store up to, I think, 127, just the same amount as the MIDI commands, go 1 through 127. It can store up to 127 presets. So what's going to happen is you're going to be using you're going to have just enough room on your MIDI Commander for it to work with all the presets that you've entered, plus, let's see, 104 minus 127, plus another, I think, 23 presets from the user factory, and that goes all the way up. Let me just try it on my MIDI Commander here. It goes all the way to 32. So 26, let's just do quick math on that too. 32 minus 26 is 6. I don't know where that number comes from. My math must be off on there. So if I'm all the way on 26, I've got 26A, B, C, D. That equates to Z on my 11-rack. So if I go to Z4 and then I go to 27, well, we're going to the user factory presets. That takes me back around to A1, the lowercase a. If I go all the way to the end, which is 32, and go to 32D, which is number 4, it takes me all the way to F, lowercase f4, for the 11-rack presets. Okay, so I can have all of my presets accessed plus the first 6 letters, I guess. 26 minus 36, let's see if that's right. A, B, C, D, E, F. Yes, that's where the 6 comes from. So I can go all the way to F on the factory presets if I want to. That's ridiculous how much control that you can have with this particular device. I love all the switches that I can use. It's a great tool. I highly recommend it if you're looking for something for your 11 rack, your X effects, your Kemper, your bias effects, anything like that. Or you can actually use, let's say you wanted to use custom 1 for your amp effects and everything, and you wanted to use custom 2, let's say, for your DAW. Hands-free, you can punch in, record, all these other things that your DAW can be controlled with by MIDI, and that makes for a extremely versatile MIDI controller, okay? I don't know how many times I can say MIDI. Leave a comment below. How many times did I say MIDI in this video? So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you will get some use out of this MIDI Commander from MeloAudio. This is not a sponsored review or anything like that. It's just something I wanted to do on my own, and I hope you get the chance to check it out. If you do want to support this channel, you can please check the links below. That will take you to my affiliate links, which gives me a small commission to help me with all the videos and all the equipment and things like that on this site. You can also do so by going to buymeacoffee.com/Eric Beatty. Check that website out, and if you feel like buying me a mocha, I will think of you as I'm sipping it. That actually helps as well. Thank you so much for watching today, and until next time, God bless, keep playing, and be creative.